What does the word Marlborough remind you of? And I'd much rather you not say cigarettes because Marlborough is one of the finest winemaking regions of New Zealand, almost synonymously known for its world class Sauvignon Blancs. Yes, my friends, today when you talk about a world-class, iconic, classic example of a Sauvignon Blanc, no other region comes to mind before the region of Marlborough in New Zealand. But you'll be surprised to know that New Zealand's tryst with winemaking is not that old, certainly doesn't run into hundreds and thousands of years that certain countries in Europe can boast of. New Zealand and Marlborough in particular is a region that has had a winemaking history for only as little as 40 years. It was only during the 1980s when a handful of wine producers actually thought that New Zealand had a future for wines and decided to embark on winemaking in the Marlborough region. The wine that I am be tasting today is one such wine brand that is almost synonymous and known the world over for having introduced the Sauvignon Blanc, the typical charismatic, classic, iconic Sauvignon Blanc style, and introduced it to the world, so much so that it has now become a global benchmark. Everybody around the world today wants to try and emulate the Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc style. So what is this wine I'm talking about? The wine that we are tasting today is the Cloudy Bay. Cloudy Bay from New Zealand, Marlborough region, is among the first 5 brands that started making Sauvignon Blanc wines in the Marlborough region at a time when Marlborough was probably considered too cold. So with the help of Cloudy Bay and through the eyes of Cloudy Bay, together today, we will taste what a classic textbook Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc tastes like. So in my glass is this beautiful lemon-colored, vibrant-looking drink. And it's really glistening in my glass, so I can't wait to take in the aromas. On the nose, the first word that comes to my mind when I describe this wine is it's fresh, it's vivid, and it's very pure. The expression is very well defined, it's very focused, and what I get is aromas of white flowers, peaches, some citrus rind, some lemon notes coming through, and some freshly cut grass. All of these aromas that I'm describing, friends, is very typical aromas that you would get on a well-made Sauvignon Blanc. What I like about the aromas of a well-made Sauvignon Blanc is it's not just hovering on the side of pungency. It's not overtly only capsicum or a lot of green vegetables. There's a freshness that comes through the freshly cut grass, maybe some, hints of gooseberries even. But it's also quite a ripe nose. So you get a lot of the peachy, melony sort of notes coming through, which gives a lovely roundness to the aroma profile of this wine as well. Let's take a sip. The wine sees no oak, so it's again a very fresh, pure, lean, medium-bodied sort of a wine. It's really mouth-watering. It's got this lovely vibrancy. Your palate is filled with flavors of peaches, white flowers, citrus, lime, and it's kind of a really fresh, bright, vivid, sort of a bright wine. So I would at best think of this wine as a really vibrant, happy wine. In terms of food, it can go with a number of dishes which are hopefully on the lighter side. So I would, experiment with lots of salads, sushis, or delicately cooked fish like a poached fish. Even something that is fried would work beautifully because all of this acidity that's in the wine that would cut through the grease and the fat in foods really nicely. I would even go as far as to say that it would work well with a little bit moderately spicy foods. Not very spicy for sure. The wine is dry, it's not sweet, but there is a lot of ripeness on the palate, and this ripeness will really help counterbalance moderately spiced food really well. So friends, this is the taste of the typical Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. I would encourage that we drink this wine early rather than late. Although it will hold for a few years, it's not the kind of wine that is expected to improve in the glass. The idea of a Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc is that it remains fresh and it remains vivid in its expression. I would definitely chill down this wine and drink it at about 10 degrees, even 8 degrees. But I think as it warms up a little bit in the glass and not beyond 12 degrees, it kind of opens up and starts to show its wonderful flavors on the palate. Now, I'm going to tell you what the price of this wine is. This wine is 4192, so just over 4,000 rupees. Yes, that is slightly premium, but you know what? Cloudy Bay is a pioneer of making Sauvignon Blanc wines in one of the most premium regions around the world, which is Marlborough. It's a classic, it's an icon, and if you're really keen to understand the true blue style of a Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc, then this is the wine to reach out for and grab a glass. So, like they say, if you're having a cloudy day, reach out for a glass of the Cloudy Bay. And on that note, cheers guys. Take care.